And by got, I mean stole from my own present. It was on that hot summer's day, sifting through his playlist in his garage, that I discovered trap music. Particularly the track Juicy. And y'all, when I tell you it rocked my 8-year-old world, I didn't know you could fit that many curse words into a sentence. I quickly became infatuated with hip-hop and the largely taboo culture that surrounded it. And as I'm sure most of you know, hip-hop has grown exponentially since the days of the notorious B.I.G. In fact, it is now the most internationally consumed genre of music, and quite frankly, one of the most influential forces of the 21st century. And that's because, try as you might, you simply can't escape it. It's in our fashion, our language, it basically is our pop culture at this point, and it even influences our politics. Need we be reminded of the infamous Kanye Trump meeting? But to fully understand the growing tycoon that is hip-hop, we must first turn to the genre's rich origins. So let's take a trip back in time, to the 1970s to the Southside Bronx. A time where the city was poverty-ridden. The phrase, "the Bronx is burning," was popularized during the era because in 1976 alone, there were 13,752 reported arsons. The region lost over 90% of its property to fires and abandonment. Yet, it is amongst all that destruction that we witness the creation of hip-hop. Because in 1973, DJ Kool Herc threw the first ever hip-hop party. What he played was distinctly different to the popular disco music of the time, and he delivered simple raps over his tracks. It is no coincidence that even in its birth, rap was being used to uplift a marginalized people. Now if we hop on into the present, some would say hip-hop has lost its flair, it's become commercialized, it no longer gives a voice to the oppressed, but rather gives a platform for the rich to flex. And in the era of SoundCloud rappers and generic mumble rap, there can be validity found in that argument. If we take the now infamous Lil in his song Gucci Gang, and for those of you that are unfamiliar, I can do a little bit for you. It goes Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, and wait for it. Gucci Gang. That's it. That's the song. And that song made it to the Billboard Top 100 songs for 2018 and went 4 times platinum. Now you juxtapose that with the music of the 90s when groups like NWA were speaking out against police brutality, suddenly the criticism starts to make sense. But to naysayers, I urge you to look beyond the Western Hemisphere. In fact, let's take another trip. Let's go over to Thailand, where in March of 2019, they had their first democratic election since the coup in 2014. The nation's people were quickly losing hope because of the repressive regime they were under. Student protesters were detained for using the Hunger Games salute, and citizens could even be arrested for reading George Orwell's 1984 in public. Despite the growing security concerns, a new Thai rap group was formed called Rap Against Dictators. Very subtle title. 6 months before the much-anticipated election, they released a powerful song and music video with striking imagery and lyrics such as, "The country that points a gun at your throat where you must choose to eat truth or bullets, the Parliament's house is the soldier's play yard." Needless to say, the administration weren't the biggest of fans, but the rest of the nation were. The video spread like wildfire, garnering over 2 million views in its first week of release, despite government attempts to suppress it. To cope with the growing movement sparked by the video, officials released their own song, praising the nation. And I say that without a hint of comedy because I literally couldn't make this up. The Thai government and a group of teenagers were engaged in an online rap battle. And if that doesn't speak to the sheer power of this industry, the fact that even dictators feel the need to hop on, I don't know what will. And this is not unique. Rap is being used as a tool of defiance all across the world. In Spain, 12 rappers were detained for using their music to speak out against the nation's freedom of speech laws, or rather lack thereof. And as a response to their conviction, Several other rappers released another music video in solidarity that quickly went viral. Over in Iran, we have Sanida Al-Zaida, who used her music to speak out against the culture of child marriages. And in doing so, she escaped her own fate as a child bride and was able to receive higher education. And these instances are not without impact. If we go back to Thailand for a second, they had their heavily awaited election, and they had a smashing voter turnout of 75%. Just so you fully understand that figure, in the last Canadian election, we had a voter turnout of 69%, meaning even with Thai voter suppression, we still lose. Over in Spain, online movements have been created in solidarity with the rappers, and there have been in-person protests held across the nation, so much so that world-renowned organizations such as Amnesty International have condemned the Spanish gag laws, which are the legislation that allow for these gross human rights violations. So Nina El-Zaida was able to co-author a curriculum on child marriages that has reached 1.5 million high school students. Think about that for a second. All of this, increased political activism, involvement, awareness, all because of a couple of rap songs. My 8-year-old fever dream of the hip-hop industry, in which drugs, sex, profanity were building blocks of the genre, was and is a gross oversimplification of a complex industry. In reality, it is a mosaic of narratives and voices, and if you take a snapshot of it, then yes, you will find a place where artists such as Lil Pump can get on a mic, mumble over it, and not only succeed, but thrive. But if you look a little closer, you find the birthplace of many modern social movements. To put everything I just said into perspective, rap was created at a little house party in the Bronx. 4 decades later, and it is the soundtrack to revolutions. Hip-hop, by its nature, is divisive and provocative, and most importantly, it is powerful. And to deny this genre's reach is to be willfully ignorant. Thank you very much.